Greetings, fellow fanboys. 'Tis I, Matthew, hitting you up with yet another fanboy review. As you probably guessed by now, I recently watched Terminator GENISYS. This would be the fifth film in the so wonderful Terminator series. 1984, 1991, 2003, and 2008, I believe. So, the series has been around for a while, has influenced tons of films, including They Live, and any other man against machine films that you may have come across after the 1984 period, of course. The first two are absolutely iconic with their lines and dialogue, and launched, well, it was already launched, but further launched the career of one Arnold Schwarzenegger, and my number one favorite actor of all time. I have every movie he's been in except for perhaps 5, and then 2 small cameo films which I don't care about, those being The Rundown, and he was the voice of a wolf in Dr. Dolittle too. But, you know, I bought Around the World in 80 Days and Batman and Robin and Hercules in New York for the man. But this one, this role right here, Terminator 1, oh, Lord above me, what a great film. And then its sequel, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, was an incredible powerhouse of awesomeness, a blend of great plot, storytelling, camera work, visual effects, acting, and a really cool score. Launching the career of Edward Furlong, which he did nothing with. I met the man at a convention. Anyway, on to the 5th film in the series, starring good old Arnold, once again in the role of the Terminator. Jason Clarke was John Connor. You remember him from Planet of the Apes. Emilia Clarke, where are my dragons? Daenerys, Stormborn, last of the Targaryens, we think. More on that later. As Sarah Connor, very well filling Lynn Hamilton's shoes, I might add. Jai Courtney was Kyle Reese, formerly played by Michael Biehn. Now, we know Michael Biehn. We love Michael Biehn. Him in Aliens and in Terminator 1 with his footage cut in Terminator 2 unless you buy the special edition. Navy SEALs, you know. But he's not in this movie, not even as a cameo. Jai Courtney's filling his shoes. And what has he been in? Let's check good old IMDb here. And, oh yeah. He was Bruce Willis's son in Die Hard 5. And he was somebody. Oh yeah, he was the bad guy in Jack Reacher. Oh boy, he's going to be Captain Boomerang in Suicide Squad. I'm so excited. Yay! Yay! Oh, he was in I, Frankenstein. Yeah, I, Frankenstein was such a good movie. Oh boy. That was sarcasm. Yeah, that's about it. Did some other stuff, but, you know, nothing major. J.K. Simmons is a police officer who sees the Terminator when he's young, named O'Brien. My favorite role of his, of course, J. Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man. Our 11th Doctor, Matt Smith, makes a cameo appearance. I'm not going to tell you who he is. It's the only surprise they didn't ruin on the trailers. And then Byung-Hun Lee is the T-1000. He was Storm Shadow in G.I. Joe 1 and 2. And he has this really cool show from Korea called Iris, about espionage between North and South Korea. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. We're here to talk about the 5th film in the series. I really try to say positive things in these reviews. I really do. And I try not to give away any spoilers. Number 1, I was incredibly glad to see Arnold back in the role. Like I said, I love Arnold. And it's Arnold in 3 different time periods. Now, in the 1984 time period, I think some of that was actually the footage from part 1, but then they got a body double and pasted Arnold's 1984 faking it via CGI. And that part looked crispy. And then it also shows Arnold how he looked about 20 years ago. And also in 1984, but watch the movie to find out why that happens, why there's two Arnolds in 1984. And that makeup on him looked great too. And then he still looks good in the later era Arnold, later era time period. I think it was 2017. He had gray hair. I was like, that's how he really looks now. So he still looks good. It's great. I liked Emilia Clarke in it a lot as Sarah Connor. I think, like I said, I think she did fill Linda's shoes well. Jai Courtney did a good job. There's a different freaking John Connor in every single one of these movies. They show him briefly in part 1, and then as an adult in part 2, then he's Edward Furlong, and then all of a sudden Edward Furlong grows up to be Nick Stahl, and then Nick Stahl grows up slightly more to be Christian Bale, and then from there he turns into that other guy that was in Planet of the Apes, whose name I just said, and I've already forgotten. I'm so sorry. Here, let me grab that real quick. Jason Clarke. So honestly, why is there no continuity? Now, I will tell you this. If you've only seen the first one and you haven't seen 2 through 4, first of all, shame on you. And second of all, for this one, you don't need to. They make it so that only the continuity of the first one sticks around. Definitely none of the continuity from the Sarah Connor TV show. Like I said, I want to say something positive. The acting was pretty decent. The direction wasn't bad. Lots of action, lots of comedy. Okay? A very fast-paced film. Some of the CGI fell short. Like there's this part where you see a T-800 skull burning, and then that part looks cartoony CGI, like Mortal Kombat 1 or Tron or Last Starfighter CGI even. Just a little bit. But the makeup effects CGI in the T-1000, that looked crispy clean. A lot of it was fun. But, like I said, they did give away all the surprises on the trailer. There's a couple twists still that it's not revealed. I'm not going to go into those. I don't want to give any spoilers away. Overall, I had fun. I don't think it was nearly as good as some other entries in the series. A lot of people hate 3 and 4. I actually liked them. 3 is an action... It's just an action fest from one end to the other. And 4 had some good stuff going on, too, with some nice allusions. Sorry, my grammar went out the window. Allusions to the first one. Everybody's seeing it, and there's still going to be a part 6 and part 7, or I should say part 2 and 3 of this trilogy, because the other stuff's out the window. It's gone. Similar to how Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D, Texas Chainsaw 3D, as the 7th film in the series, handled things where, not only did 2 through 4 not happen, and the remake and its prequel never happened, but it's a direct sequel only to the first one. So it's kind of like that, I feel like I've been Star Trek 11 a lot lately. But overall, I had fun. There are some issues with some of the pacing and some of the storytelling and some of the narrative. The part that broke the disbelief from my father, who's a helicopter pilot, was at one point they drop a helicopter off the building and they're able to get it up in the air 2 feet before it hits the ground. And he was laughed at that part. But I wish I had more to say about this, because Terminator has, and Arnold, his look as a Terminator has inspired so much. Like some of my other favorite characters, Duke Nukem, and I think there was a little bit of Terminator in Dutch in Predator. Like, that's where Arnold first said the line, "I'll be back." And yes, he might say it. I'm not gonna say it for certain. I'm going over time here, guys. I'm sorry, but overall, it was an okay film. It was not nearly as good as 1 and 2, but nothing can be. The ending of 2, they should have ended it there, in my humble opinion. As an avid moviegoer and independent local film critic. But it's worth a watch, but don't feel you need to go out and spend $10 to go see it at the movie theater. Wait till video. Wait till the dollar movie. It was still fun, but it was just fun. And now my buddy Anthony's probably going to say there was all sorts of hidden esoteric stuff about the aliens and the end of the world or something, but I just saw a robot movie. There is a secret ending. I missed it, so if you go see it, stay past the credits so you can see the secret ending. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Hasta la vista, baby! I'll be back. Live long and prosper. You keep watching them, and I'll keep reviewing them. Nanu fracking Nanu, man. Be well.